guilty to count one, criminally negligent homicide, receive a sentence of 1 to 2 years, Department of Corrections.
Sorry, that's count one, 2 years.
2 years is a Department of Corrections, range one offender suspended of probation, conditional under 40-35-313. Count two is aggravated assault, 2 years, Department of Corrections, and range one suspended of probation, conditional under 40-35-313. Those are concurrent with one another. And count one is not to operate a commercial vehicle as a condition of his probation.
Judge Stephen Young is here. He's co-counsel, and I may have to leave at some
That's
point.
fine. All right, let's have Mr. Lester raise his right hand and be placed under oath.
Yes.
Thank you. Step up in front of that microphone and state your full legal name.
Wyatt Emory Lester.
Mr. Lester, you're here today on a 6-count indictment. You've heard me go over what the agreement is as to 2 of those counts. The remaining counts are to be dismissed as a part of this agreement. But have you seen or been shown a copy of those charges? Talked them over with Mr. Flanagan. You and he discussed the range of punishment you're facing as well as any possible defenses you might have.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, it's indicated that you want to enter a plea of guilty to these 2 charges and have the rest be dismissed. Do you understand you have a right to plead not guilty to all charges and have a speedy and public trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that at trial you would have the right to have a lawyer and to have one appointed for you if you cannot afford your own?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand if you went to trial, you would be presumed to be innocent until such time if ever the state proved your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt to the satisfaction of all 12 jurors, and their verdict would have to be unanimous before you could be convicted of anything.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you and your lawyer could confront and cross-examine every witness that the state called at trial, and you could bring in your own witnesses by the use of a subpoena.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that if you went to trial, you would be presumed to be innocent. You would not have to testify or prove anything, and no inference of guilt would arise because you did not testify at your own trial.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that if you went to trial and you were found guilty, you could appeal that conviction and the sentence imposed to the Court of Criminal Appeals, have a lawyer appointed to help you with that appeal if necessary.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that by entering this plea of guilty, you're waiving your right to a trial and to an appeal. All I'm going to do is approve what the state and your lawyer have reached an agreement about.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that's going to be under 40-35-313 because you have no prior criminal record. The state has agreed that you would be eligible for this program. What that means is that you're going to be on probation for a period of 2 years, and you're handing me these guilty pleas, and they're going to be in your file for 2 years. If you stay out of trouble and complete all of the requirements and don't violate your probation, at the end of that 2 years, you have the right to come in and ask for your record to be expunged. It will not happen automatically. You'll have to seek that to be done. But on the other hand, if you violate your probation, then you can be brought back before this court and you can be resentenced within the range for the offenses that you are entering this plea to. Do you understand that?
Yes,
In
Your
other words,
Honor.
you could get more than 2 years if we have to resentence you. Secondly, those would become permanent convictions on your record and would be there in the future to make more severe the punishment you receive if you're ever again convicted of a crime. Do you understand all of those things?
Yes, Your Honor.
You still wish to enter a plea according to this agreement?
Yes.
Do you understand if you plead guilty, the court of the state could ask you questions about this offense? And if you answer those questions under oath and on the record and in the presence of your lawyer, your answers could later be used against you in a prosecution for perjury if we determine that you were lying under oath.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is your decision to plead guilty today voluntary?
Yes.
Anybody forcing you to do this against your will?
No.
Do you understand I cannot accept your plea unless I'm satisfied that you are in fact guilty and that there are facts to support that finding?
Yes.
Then I will ask you, are you guilty of this charge of criminally negligent homicide?
Yes.
And are you guilty of the aggravated assault by reckless conduct?
Yes.
State want to lay a foundation for this factually.
We'll let the DA get that.
Your Honor, on August 11th, 2023, at about 7:49 in the morning, Mr. Lester was operating a FedEx box truck eastbound on I-40 near the 186 mile marker here in Cheatham County. He was approaching stopped traffic on I-40. Everybody was stopping, and he failed to exercise the standard caution, look ahead, safety, and care that would be reasonably expected of a person because all of the traffic was stopping and Mr. Lester did not stop until 4/10 of a second prior to striking the vehicle being occupied, being driven by Gerald and Latonya Kaiser. When he struck that vehicle, he injured Mr. Kaiser and he caused the death of Latonya Kaiser. That is the basis of the criminally negligent homicide against Latonya and the basis of the aggravated assault against Mr. Kaiser. Now, the remaining counts that have been nollied in settlement are in essence, the result of this sort of ping-ponging action of other vehicles on the road that followed that collision. But that is the factual basis, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Lester, if you'll come back to the podium. I am not asking you to agree with those facts, but do you understand that's what the state's evidence would be if this case went to trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with your attorney's services?
Yes,
You feel that Mr. Flanagan has done a good job of representing you competently?
an amazing job, Your Honor.
Mr. Flanagan, do you know of any reason you should not enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anything further from the state? I believe you have victim impact statements.
That's correct, Your Honor. I've got 3 statements, I believe, from the witness.
All right, then let's have Mr. Lester have a seat at the table there.
Thank you. I am Nadia Ross, the daughter of Latonya Kaiser. I hate to be here today, but I speak for my mother, for my father-in-law, and for my brother who was with her. This is pretty hard for us. I lost the matriarch of my family. I miss her so much. And in 2023, my life changed before me. I have never been the same. I don't know what to do without my mother. Her granddaughter, her grandkids doesn't know what to do without her. But I just say to you, sir, you took so much away from me. Everything I learned, every woman that I tried to be and teach my child to be, you took her away from me.
Good afternoon. How y'all doing? I'm the oldest of Latonya, the stepson of Garland, and also I was a passenger in the vehicle that day. Sustained injuries and had to go to Vanderbilt and things like that. But I want to talk to y'all about my mom. I'm here to honor her today. She was the fourth of 6 kids. She was born to Rosalie and Eugene Ford. She was a loving mother to me and my sister. She was a proud grandparent and a devoted wife to Garland. She was a woman of guidance and leadership, loved and respected by many. A God-fearing woman, a straightforward woman, the kind of woman that would tell you the truth, whether you was ready to hear it or not. I miss her deeply. I find peace in knowing that God plucks from his garden and he replants with purpose. What's taken today will blossom tomorrow in eternal life. Today I stand here before you with many titles. As a son that lost his mother, as someone who's experienced loss and grief, as a victim, as I say, I was in an accident as well. But most importantly, a Christian man. And because of my faith, I stand on my foundation of grace. I won't deny the pain. I won't ignore the loss, but I choose something better and I choose forgiveness. Doesn't mean that the loss is forgotten. It doesn't mean that the pain is gone. I just choose not to let it have the final word. To you, you caused my family a tremendous, unimaginable amount of pain, but I acknowledge that you've taken responsibility for your actions. For the sake of my own peace, I choose to forgive you. Not because it's easy, but because it's right. And that's what my mom would want. Ephesians 4:32, it says, be kind to one another, be tenderhearted, forgiving to one another, and forgive just as Christ forgave us. So I'm gonna live by that standard. So today I release what I can no longer carry and I put it in God's hands. And I pray for you.
I would like to just start with what the kids said about their mom and my wife. It's just a very small part of the woman that she is. She was a woman that is unexplainable. And I'm pretty sure every husband feels the same about their wife and their spouse. But I can say, yeah, man, you broke me. You broke me. I've always been a provider, someone strong for my wife and the kids. And I've doing a lot of things in my life. And I always felt that with God, I couldn't be broken. This broke me. This is what you took from me. I can never get that smile back, no matter how hard I try. This doesn't come back. Latonya was a wife and a woman that is unexplainable in words. I just can't say she was that. Outside of God, she was my word. And I could say, I've been broken. I look at this picture and I'll never get this smile back. I never get this back. This young man turned me to a liar to people that I'm around. Because people ask me, am I okay? I'm not okay. A lot of people tell me I'm okay. I'll be all right, but I'm not. The final things of her life, I never got to do it with her. I funeralized my wife a week out of the hospital. I wasn't there to give her the proper farewell that she deserved because of my injuries. Her last birthday together, 2 months later, took her away from me. I never questioned God, but your actions I question. It's not God, I question your actions. And your actions caused this. In compare speech for someone that you love the most and miss the world of. I have a speech. I just have distant memories. Long distant memories. And the question that I do have for you, I was listening to the judge's statement. Is he a convicted felon?
For 2 years if he does everything right. If he does anything wrong, then yes.
Because
If he completes the 2 years of probation and doesn't make any mistakes, then he will be able to apply to have that come off of his